Quentin Stevens finishes his Georgia Tech career with a career-high 23 points at home. The folks listening on the radio can't see this, but you got the front of your jersey all bloody, the shorts as well. What on earth happened?
I'm not sure. It's just a little nick on my finger, but it won't stop bleeding. And I guess it kind of symbolizes just, everything that it takes just to be in the position that we were in. Blood, sweat, and tears is whatever you want to say, but I did it with my teammates, and I couldn't have done it without them.
We noticed you kissed the GT at center court after the game. Your final home game is a Yellow Jacket career high, 23 points. What does that mean to you?
I think it's awesome. I didn't really think much of it. I wasn't really trying to beat my record necessarily, but I was aggressive. I knew that I had to be aggressive for us to really push on. A lot of our guys played really well today. We shared the ball. We apparently had 26 made field goals off of 23 assists, which is big time. But yeah, it was awesome. I love the crowd. Can't say enough about them. It really just, you can really feel the energy. It's real genuine, and you can tell that everyone there is having fun.
Yeah, very much a storybook send-off for you. Let's talk about the unselfishness. The Jackets' first 23 made field goals today were assisted. 23 assists, 26 made field goals. Josh Pastner has harped on that with you guys all season long. What was it about the way the offense was clicking today that allowed you to have so many assisted field goals?
Man, I really think it was our our defensive rebounding. We were really able to push in transition, almost play with the defense in some situations, but we just hit the extra guy, and guys were knocking down shots. But I really think that we were just having fun out there, and we enjoy seeing one another score.
And then you forced 17 turnovers and 27 points off turnovers for the Yellow Jackets today. Defensively, you held Belmont, which can really put it on you quick, to an inefficient afternoon shooting the basketball. What stood out about the performance defensively?
I would definitely say our active hands. I think it was a big carryover from the Indiana game. Both teams are really high-octane offensive teams, and I think our hands bothered them. They had a great point guard who's an awesome passer, number one. But I think in the second half, we caught on to really what their scheme was, and we made our adjustments. But our active hands and our energy really, really impacted that.
It's not your last game as a Yellow Jacket, but it is your last home game as a Yellow Jacket. I know we're in the immediate aftermath of this cue, but you've always been such an introspective guy. Can you kind of put into words what it's been like performing for your last 4 years here on the Flats?
Out of everything that's happened, I feel like I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here. A lot has happened in this past 4 years. Me personally, with my family, with the team, the coaching change. Everything has happened for a reason, I believe, and I honestly, I'm really grateful. I think that this team was put together at the right time. Things are just clicking. The city wants to get behind their sports teams big time now. With the soccer team here, the Falcons doing really well, Hawks. I think that, with Georgia Tech, that's just going to be the hottest tick in town, like Coach said. We didn't know it was going to be this soon, but, like I said, I think we had over 7,000 people here, and that's just credit to how hard we play, and our fans are just awesome.
Well, yeah, it's a Sunday afternoon, but it felt like a revival inside McCamish Pavilion. You are already Georgia Tech's career record holder in games played, and with your last home game, you helped Georgia Tech set another school record. 17 home wins. Quentin Stevens, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers. Maybe the best individual stat line you've had in your Georgia Tech career, and a big win over the Belmont Bruins. On to the quarterfinals in Oxford. Q, on behalf of all Georgia Tech fans, thanks for everything you've done over these last 4 years. It's been a pleasure to watch you.
I really appreciate it. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
71-57, Georgia Tech notches its school record 17th home win of the season to advance to the quarterfinals of the NIT. Head coach Josh Pastner, what does that mean to you with this group? Your first year, people might not have expected you to win 17 games total, 17 wins at home to break a new school record.
Well, you know what? What a great victory for our players, first and foremost, to have that record. You're not tied with anybody. You have that record, and I'm so happy for our guys. And from where we started, to say that we were able to do that is, it's literally a miracle. And it's awesome. And what I would tell you is what a credit to the crowd. The crowd deserves the credit. They have willed us to victories this year. Today, they were once again just awesome with a capital A. They willed us to victories all throughout the year. Every game that we won at home was based on the crowd. And, this is what we're trying to do is build in this. This is a major rebuild job, and we're trying to build it up. And in order to do that, we need to make it where the crowd, where our home court is one of the toughest places to play in the entire country. And I do want to say a few things. 23 assists on our first 23 made baskets. We ended up with 23 assists on 26 made baskets, which is incredible. Our defense was really good. And that's a good team, Belmont. And they got shooters, but we really guarded the three well. That's why we're one of the best defensive teams in the country. And, I just thought overall Quentin Stevens was terrific. Josh Heath was terrific. Corey Hayward was terrific. And Todrick Jackson played back-to-back both games, Indiana and this game. He's put two great games together, and it was a great win for us.
Had all those fans hopped up on sugar and donuts, and they were certainly treated to a great one today. Let's start defensively. You said this Belmont team will rain threes down nonstop. They did get 10 today, but it was an inefficient 10. What did you guys do in the half court that seemed to make them uncomfortable?
Well, we really stayed at home in a lot of different areas, and we had so many deflections. We had 29 total deflections. We had 11 at half. We had 18 the second half. I mean, we just got so many hands on passes, which made it tough for them. We won the 50-50 ball battle. Also, what I would tell you is we only had 8 turnovers. They had 17. They're not a team that turns it over a lot, but they had 17. Part of our deflections really got them messed up a little bit. And then the other thing, what I would tell you is, not only for that defensively, but we also had 7 kills. And one of our things on kills is 3 stops in a row. So 7 different times in that game, we had 3 consecutive stops in a row. We had 5 the first half, 2 the second half. And it was just beautiful basketball. We really played the right way. We just have continued to get better and better and better. The crowd was amazing. And that's a good team. I mean, they're extremely well coached by Coach Rick Byrd, who should be in the Hall of Fame. And they're just really, really good and very well coached. And that's a great win for us. I know people might think, well, it's Belmont, but no, that's a good program. And, they went into Georgia and beat Georgia, which is hard to do. So really proud of our young men.
Going into Atlanta, slightly different story. Rick Byrd, by the way, 6th winningest active head coach in the country. You have faced 5 of the 6 winningest active head coaches in the country this year. You're 4-2 against them. Not bad for year one of a major rebuild.
No, not bad. That's pretty good. And that's pretty cool to say that. Fortunately, though, I do think any of those coaches, I think I can beat them one-on-one. However, I don't grab a rebound, score a basket, or throw assists. It's the players. So any of the credit on those wins deserve to the players because they're the ones that do it. I do think I could get a couple of those coaches you mentioned. I think I can get them in the post a little bit, But that's just a great win. I mean, think about it. It was like the other day when we were talking about, for this team, because I came in this year thinking, I've never had lost 3 in a row. We hadn't lost 3 in a row in my first 7 years as a head coach. For this team to keep that streak alive is just but what it shows you is the bounce back from our guys, the bounce back from these players. Think about it. We had lost 2 in a row. We had to come and beat Florida State. Lost 2 in a row. We had to come and beat Indiana. Lost 2 in a row. Had to beat who was it?
VCU on the road.
On the road. I mean,
Jinx.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I mean, it's just what a credit to these young men on their bounce back, their ability to just the resilience of those guys. And the assistant coaches are really good, by the way. I know I've said that over and over and over, but they are great basketball coaches, my assistants, and our assistant coaches are really great basketball coaches, and their game planning, their ability to continue to develop our guys is a big plus.
All right, let's end on Quentin Stevens. His final home game might have been his best game as a Yellow Jacket. Career-high 23 points, but that doesn't tell the entire story. Had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers. What was it about Q's day that made it so special, so valuable for you?
He was terrific, and I'm so proud of him. I mean, he's a team captain. He's been our catalyst. I mean, you listen to everything that he says in interviews and post-game stuff. I mean, he's just such a team guy. He bleeds Georgia Tech.
Literally, in this case, if you saw the blood that was all over his jersey.
Yeah, he bleeds it, and he's just a wonderful young man. We're so fortunate. I've been honored to coach him and the rest of the seniors, and I love him dearly. He's just awesome, and he's really helped lay the foundation as we continue to move forward. And him and Josh Okogie this afternoon had 9 assists, no turnovers between the two, which is fantastic. We're just when Quentin plays like that, we just have a better chance of winning.
Well, we're here on March 19th. The season began with another Ohio Valley Conference team on November the 18th in Tennessee Tech. Quite a different story. Quite a turnaround for Georgia Tech in the span of one season, and the Yellow Jackets on to the NIT quarterfinals, team that I know you're familiar with. You've faced them the last several years. The Ole Miss Rebels, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Coach, we play on. Congratulations.
Let's keep going. We're one game away from New York. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2.